Hey, welcome back. I hope you're ready for the tea on injury. This video is going to be about injury and what I actually did to my knee. Hopefully this channel is going to be around knee surgery and rehabbing and prehabbing, but I feel like it's only fit that you guys know exactly what I did and why I want to talk on here, because actually when I was going through all of this, there was so many videos on YouTube saying, do this exercise, you need to do this, you need to do that. At this many minutes past injury, you need to be doing this. 1 month post-surgery, you should be hitting this. 2 months post-op, or 8 weeks, or 12 weeks, you need to be doing this. If you're not on track, you're not making progress, it's the worst thing, you're doing badly. But it's not the case at all. Everyone's operation and everyone's injury is so individual and unique, really. I can say that. I had a bit of a rough ride, just trying to help be there for other people in what is actually quite a really lonely and crap time. I wouldn't recommend it for my worst enemy. So that's, actually I don't have any enemies. I like people. But yeah, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody. It's been horrible. But we're making progress and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. My injury, I tore my ACL into 3 pieces. I dislocated my patella, fractured my femur, stretched my MCL, PCL, LCL, ligaments, and had a thing called posterior lateral corner injury as well. I did this all at once. It was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life, and I've had a fair few injuries, like I've broken a few bones. This was horrific, literally awful. I had no idea that the ligaments in your knee could break and be so detrimental. I just had no idea, and until now, or until somebody close to you does it, or you're watching this, you won't know that actually you need the ligaments in your knee. They're vital. It's just life-changing. I did that all at once. How did I do it? I was playing rugby for Ellingham Ringwood, represent, against Newbury away on January 13th, 2019, which seems like forever ago now, but it's 9 months today. Oh, it's 9 months post-op today. Yay, good job, Lee. Oh, just take a moment. Oh, I'm grateful. Oh, I don't believe that. So I was playing Championship Div 2 rugby, and it was in Newbury away. And if you go into the Newbury Stadium, go in, if you're like in the stand and you're looking at the field, far left corner, that's the spot, will haunt me forever and a day. And I'll never forget, I've got Bryony and Poppy Cleal either side of the pitch screaming at me what to do, and then all I hear is Bryony Cleal, oh, that's not good, with a few swear words. Here we are, 9 months post-op. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I went to tackle a girl on my left. I'm quite tall, so I'm 5'9", 178 centimetres. I might be 5'10" now, I don't know. But 178 centimetres, whatever that is, look it up. This girl must have been like 4 foot. Like, I'm not joking, she was so small, and I'm so bitter about it now. So you had to get low enough to tackle them legally. So I was aiming for my shoulder on her thigh, which is probably the equivalent of my shoulder on my shin, because she was so small. Anyway, I went to absolutely nail her, and my boot got stuck in the floor. My weight was too far forward. My boot got stuck, and that was it. Everything just went. And agony. It happened. Just like that. ACL injury, out, injured, crying, shock. Awful. At this point, physio's come running on. I can laugh about it now. Bless him, Tom came running on. He's amazing, like literally amazing. He was like moving my knee around. I was screaming. Apparently I sounded like a seagull. Jerry Jordan will never let me forget that either. So Tom, the physio, was moving my knee. I was like, I need you to help me. I'm like laying on the floor, like, help. And he was like, oh yeah, I was like, you're not helping me. Because bearing in mind at this point, my kneecap is like not in the right place. I've like rolled over and put it back myself, so it's like not in the right place. He's trying to test me, obviously, to see if I've done my ACL or ligaments or something. And he's doing his job, and I'm like, I need you to help me. In reflection, he was helping me, bless him. Thanks for your help. Anyway, and then Matt was watching the game. Well, he wasn't actually, because he had no idea that I was injured until he had to like run around the pitch like, oh God, she's injured bad. By the time we waited for an ambulance, we may as well just drive. I got into Matt's little Twingo. There is no room for a leg that can't be bent in a Twingo. Anyway, thought we would go to like the nearest hospital, which may have been Basingstoke, I think. I was like, what's the point of going to Basingstoke? Because if you have to stay the night, then you're gonna be in Basingstoke. We may as well get you back to Chichester. We drove from Newbury to Chichester, which we did on the way there anyway, but it was like long, but on the way back was literally a broken knee. The pain, can't even describe it. It was horrible. It like throbbed, it ballooned, the whole thing just hurt. It became numb, I couldn't move it. And that's not even an exaggeration, like I really tried, but the things just weren't in the right place. It was so swollen that like I just couldn't get the movement. And it literally went, it got bigger after that. So like 24 hours, 48 hours after, it just like, I was like, how's my leg getting bigger? I made an Instagram account, it's Meg Seawood _ that has all of the photos of the whole journey, the day after injury. When I was at the hospital, my leg had literally ballooned. They couldn't MRI it because it was too swollen, and an MRI works with like waves, and if there's too much blood then it can't get to where it needs to see. So I couldn't have my MRI, but I had an X-ray. It was still so swollen that even then I don't think they saw the X-rays completely. But they could see that my kneecap wasn't in the right place. And I told you that because I put it back myself in reflection, which was kind of gross. And then they saw a hairline fracture. God, it would help if I could speak. A hairline fracture in the head of my femur, which obviously wasn't good, but they weren't going to cast it because my leg was seriously so swollen that it couldn't move anyway. It was only a small hairline fracture, but it was going to take 4 to 6 weeks to heal. They just told me to come back 5 days later to have an MRI scan to see what was wrong. Now you normally have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks for an MRI, but I have a device in my heart. Side note. Only a certain doctor works his way around the southern counties to scan MRI people with devices in the hearts and things. So it just so happened that this guy was in Chichester Hospital the week after they wanted me to come. I did the injury on a Sunday, was expected to have an MRI on the following Friday. Then they realised, well, you can't go into a normal scanner, blah, 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 so you've got to come back when this guy's around, this doctor. And I thought, well, how long is the wait? Normally between 8 to 12 weeks. My life stopped. Nobody understood that. My knee, your life stops. You're waiting on appointments, you're waiting on other people, you're waiting on surgeons to turn up, you're waiting for nurses, you're waiting for your knee to be fixed. Like they couldn't operate on my knee for at least 6 weeks anyway because the femur wasn't strong enough. Everybody around you, you don't appreciate that you're waiting on other people. Now I'm quite like a just rely on yourself because you'll get everything done person. So it was really, really hard for me to accept that I was waiting on dates for other people. Not that I expect the world should stop and be like, oh my God, focus on again. No, not at all. But I found it really hard waiting for dates, trying to marry up things and trying to see certain people before you see this person, and you need to jump through these hoops before you can do that. It was a really tough time. It was really tough. Anyway, I had the MRI and I got the results back another week later, and I got them back the beginning of February. And that confirmed that I had done my ACL, MCL, PCL, LCL, posterior lateral corner and everything. That essentially just confirmed that, yeah, my knee was broken, very much so, in almost every way possible. However, positive, my meniscus was untouched. Good old cartilage in here. It's quite common to have meniscus damage, but I didn't, thank you Lord up there. The minute that I knew that I did my ACL, I knew that I had to have surgery. So my ligament was stuck behind my bone, which meant I couldn't actually flex my knee. So I had to have surgery. We discussed other options because there are lots of rugby players out there that play, and people that don't actually need their ACL to function. My ligament was actually stuck, so I had to have surgery to release it so that I could get flexion. Surgery was the option. The weight was on. I knew that they couldn't operate for at least another 4 weeks because my femur was still recovering. They said they wouldn't operate within 4 to 6 weeks because they had to drill through your femur, but mine wasn't strong enough at this point to withstand any drilling. So I didn't expect surgery to be anytime soon. But then I realised that the wait for ACL reconstructions on the NHS is long. Very, very long. Honestly, the wait is what killed me. I just needed this for my life to be back. So I was on my PGCE, I was training to teach to a secondary school PE teacher. Then this absolute roadblock of breaking my knee comes along. I'm like, how on earth am I going to do this? So the Monday after I did my knee, so the 21st, I was due to see my mentor in my second placement school, and I was distraught because I was in this fantastic independent school. They were amazing, essentially headhunted through rugby to go and train to teach at this school. They'd never had a PGCE student before, and I fluffed it up. I've broken my leg. What am I doing? You question everything. You're like, why did I play rugby on that day? Why did I not lift my foot out the floor? Why did I wear them boots on that day? Crazy. Everything goes through your head. In typical Megan fashion, I was like, I'm going to do it, and I'm not doing it, and I'm going to finish my PGCE, I'm going to qualify as a teacher, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to do my blooming best as well. So that's exactly what I did, and yeah, my mentor was fine with it. She was like, providing you think you can get around this campus on crutches, then we're willing to have you, and I did. But I did it. Every day I got up, crutches, brace on, and just went for it. It was tough. In reflection, why did I do that? Why? Any normal person would defer. Like, that would be normal. But no, not me, of course not. So I didn't defer, I carried on doing my PGCE. Thank the Lord I did, but I needed my knee operating on. And then the journey began. If you like what you saw, you can like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter. See you soon.